This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. Y'all got them buckets, hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Watch tight. Tight end's right.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Double tight, double tight. Hey. You got
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there. He can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. All right, hey. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And Martin's got it complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
47. 48, that's it. Defense wins championships, baby. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
3 down. Hey, kill. 3 down. Shift. 26.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his man here. It's Green. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Falcons. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46.
Back to the ground. Martin takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
48 to Mike. 3 bugs.
Prescott now from the 50. This complete to Martin. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 1-8. Here we go. Going to 54. 1-8. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. All day, baby. All day. Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's the Mike. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Man open. That's Kiki QT complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Dancing to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Switch!
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs.
Number 4, Dak Prescott on the keeper. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Prescott from the gun. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One man on the backfield, that's Martin.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
He'll get the football here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Watson. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And it is incomplete. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Check, 27. Check. Mike. Hey, kill. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
57. Mike, 57.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Martin. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's Martin. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 38, Prescott. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Play action now. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 3rd and long for Prescott. Flushed out right. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. Prescott got an open man. It's QT. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Martin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And a 10th carry here for Martin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Following the penalty, Martin. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that one right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this down deep into Tampa. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run the counter. Parnell. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. This complete to Martin. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Falcons.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Double time. 4 down, 4 down. Watch the safety creep. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Line in. Go. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 26.
They run the counter with Martin. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down.
19.
First and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. A quick throw complete to Chark. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Watson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Penny will try to punch it in, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. These guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25. Come on, fellas. The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the Bucs' 28-yard line.
There we go. 4-8. Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. Joker.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guy?
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They run. Martin. And able to work his way down to the 16. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Kill. Let's see what you got. Mike, 48. Mike, 46.
Carry number 20 here for Martin. There goes Martin, 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time. The 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Tight left. Alert.
Watson. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
We got this.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Watson now to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Watson. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Here we go. We're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go. Push him back. Push him back.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Falcons, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.